This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Gunna. Now, Gunna is obviously still at odds with Young Thug. Now, a journalist, calls himself a journalist, runs up on Young Thug and says, hey, you still mad at Gunna? And he says, are you with us or are you against us, man? He says, yo, I'm for journalism, man. I don't blame the guy that does him the question because it's like, Young Thug, man, it's like, I think someone said this in the comments earlier, people, their identity is the street sometimes, and Young Thug needs to stop, bro. Like, you need Gunna right now. You and YF and Lucci doing a song together ain't gonna save you right now. You need Gunna. Gunna's doing an album with Offset right now, and this whole thing that Young Thug's dying on a hill for the Gunna thing. That's insane, bro. Like, I've never seen someone self-sabotage so much. Now, I don't know if Ray J is really going to do this. We talked about this earlier. He says they're building a RICO against Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian for, the tape with Ray J and a bunch of other stuff. I call cap. There ain't no way that's happening. I super cap. But Ray J is always looking for talking points at this point. He's always looking to to be the next talked about thing posted on the blogs. Why would they get a RICO charge for a tape that Ray J signed off on himself? He claims he didn't, or he didn't know what he was signing, something like that. He knew what he was doing. Okay, it's a fact. Okay, and he's just mad that it helped their careers out more than it helped out his. I mean, he basically birthed the Kardashians, if you really want to look at it. He helped birth the Kardashians. And I would be tight, too, if I didn't get a piece of that action. Real talk. I would be tight. So, Ray J, I don't know, man. He just needs to cool off, man. He's tripping. I do not believe there is any RICO being built against the Kardashians. I think that was just something to put on the blogs. Cardi B addresses rumor Stefon Diggs left her over a stinky BBL. She says she's a stickler for how she smells and all this other stuff, and she would never stink. Whatever. I don't know. I don't think her BBL stinks because she's rich, and if it did stink, she would go take care of it. It's not like she used her last money putting in a BBL. That didn't happen. So I don't know what these people are talking about. That must have been posted by some blog that just hates Cardi B, to be honest with you. And now Cardi B having a baby while still being married to Offset is a little crazy, but she's going to defend that to the T's. Is what it is. And Stefon Diggs is having 4 babies right now. She looks, to be honest, like I like Cardi B and everything, but she looks worse than ever with this Stefon Diggs thing because Offset didn't have babies behind her back. He did cheat on her. This is like 10 times worse. There's 3 babies being born, I think, around the time Cardi B is pregnant. And then I think there's 2 more on the way. Like, Stefon Diggs has been a busy boy. That boat ride, a lot of baby making was happening on that boat ride we saw with him and Cardi B. That's all I could say. Cardi B was the drama on that boat ride for sure, okay? Now, Camron makes fun of himself in his first album. Sin brings it up, Sin City, and he says, yo, man, what was going on this first album? Like, what were you wearing? And he says, man, pull it up, man. This is me in a leather jumpsuit with fire behind me. Leather jumpsuit with fire behind me. At least you can laugh at yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, this was a crazy fit. Pac wore something similar to this, too. Maybe that's why Camron was cool with it, because Pac, a few years before that, wore something like this. Yeah. Crazy. He says, blame Lance on Rivera. I trusted him. He was managing big before me. He helped Little Kim blow up. He just had a lot of people's careers just blowing up. So, they told me, trust him, and I did it. But it's like, didn't come out so good, you know. And then I think Lance, since they're good now, he commented and says, "This is what you get for making me smoke weed." That was a crazy album cover. Talk about crazy. So Dame Dash. Why is it whenever somebody has a problem with 50 Cent, this kid shows up? Supreme's son shows up, and they're best friends. Remember with BMF, those guys? Yep. This guy showed up. This guy shows up with all 50's problems. Remember when 50 and his son were having issues? This guy shows up. It's just how it works, man. This guy just, he hears that there's beef, and he appears. Well, they're talking about now doing the documentary on Supreme Team. They already did that documentary with Nas, so I guess they're going to do a movie. And they chose, obviously, Supreme's son clicked up with Dame because Dame's having problems with 50 Cent, and that would create more interest, I guess. But Dame's not going to be able to tell this story. This is the worst guy to tell the story because the only reason Paid in Full was so good, a major film studio was behind it. Dame added his stuff, but I'm telling you, the reason it was so great is because a major studio pumped a lot of money into it, and that's just a fact. That's what happened. I don't know, man. You know, Dame Dash is just thirsty for attention right now, and it's sad to watch, to be honest with you. But he wants to do this Supreme Grift documentary. Probably wants to detail the 50 Cent stuff in there somewhere. I don't know. But it doesn't look like Dame Dash is trying to get cool with anybody. He said he just wants to be cool with 50 and Cam and work together. And then you do this. This is guaranteeing you will never sit down with 50 Cent ever and work with him. Because 50 does not, he respects Supreme in the sense that he didn't tell on nobody. But he doesn't respect anybody doing business with this kid just to get under his skin. That's another main reason he doesn't talk to his kid anymore. Which I don't agree with, but it is what it is. Supreme says, Supreme Team series coming soon. Greatest history never told. Free Preem, welcome home Prince. Supreme Truth documentary released next month. We have to tell the story the right way. And the right way is for Preem and Prince to be in control of their own narrative. I love how this manifested. Shout out to General Over Everything. Daniel, stay on the lookout for General Prince Miller. All right. It's kind of ridiculous. Then we got Mike Tyson. This whole case over using Murdergram. It was a copyright infringement. It was for the promo to Mike Tyson's fight with Jake Paul. Producer Ty Fife over the track Murdergram. Let's see. Stemming from 2024 promo video. They illegally used the song. Match against Jake Paul. Oh, well. Murdergram was first recorded with Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. Featured back in 1998. Soundtrack to the film Streets is Washington. Oh, yeah. And lastly, Aiden Ross is back on Twitch finally. They let him back. And Drake gifted him 2,000 subs. And he says, Daddy's home. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.